Come manifest your best life with 190 Vision.
There is a saying, and it goes something like this. If you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, then you feed him for a lifetime. This is the philosophy of 190 Vision. We're going to be discussing receiving help and one-on-one mentorship and how all of this comes together. Honey?
Hola, ¿qué te pasa? Bella. Is it say Bella?
I'm choosing English for this video.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So will you please help us go through the philosophy that we have and what should be expected with the individuals who are watching this?
All right. Well, I'll summarize it and then we'll go into more details, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, yes, our philosophy, as we always say, is manifest your best life with 190 Vision. Well, we say that because if you notice, the verb is manifest, as in the individual has to choose to do so. We can't force it on the individual. And the way that's done is initially someone contacts 190 Vision because the individual requires help with something, whether it's with getting into balance, something in his or her life, something needs to be cleared, the way they think might be an issue, because remember, what you focus on, that's what you get, right? So we have to help them with that part. Or it might have to do with some type of healing, and there are different kinds of healings, but it might have something to do with that. Or getting a better understanding, which is still part of healing, but a better understanding of why certain things are happening in his or her life at the moment. Why is life the way it is? And we normally use life review sessions for those, to answer that type of question. So those are the different ways that individuals can get help. So why did I run through that so quickly, or at least give a quick overview of how someone gets helped? Because in the beginning, you receive the help with that. But then, because of the philosophy of 190 Vision, the goal is that the individual that received the help will choose to learn how to fish for him or herself. Meaning that instead of relying on us to keep helping him or her, the individual will say, I need to learn this for myself. I need to learn how to do this to help myself and my family and any loved ones. And that's where learning to fish comes in. And in order to do that, the individual then chooses to participate in the trainings, which starts with paradigm shift. That's where the way someone thinks and what they expect from life starts to improve. Then you go through the other trainings. As you're being trained, there are certain things you don't know how to do yet for yourself. So then you're assigned to what we call a facilitator. The individual is called a facilitator, but it's really a mentorship or a mentor that's you're assigned to. And then from there, as you continue, you get to the point after you implement, or after he or she implements, the individual gets to a point where we can see that the results the individual is getting are very consistent, right? Helping individuals is very productive. Individuals see improvements, consistent improvements. And at that point, then that person then also becomes a facilitator or a mentor for a new person. So you can see it starts out with someone receiving help, and then later on, that individual then providing help and mentorship to someone else that's coming in, that's starting brand new. That's how 190 Vision works. Now we can go into details on each step, so everybody can understand what happens, and then, of course, what the role is of a facilitator, or in that case, a mentor. Well, that's the most important thing, right? What's the big deal? Okay, so you assign me to a facilitator. What's the point? You guys just want to get rid of me? All right, so now let's get into the details of each of these steps, right?
Mhm.
Not a whole lot of details, but enough so that the individual can understand his or her journey as going from someone that requires help and then ultimately becoming or being assigned or designated as a facilitator or a mentor to somebody else.
Okay. For me, I don't know if this how well this applies, but it's to me it's basically like a role that you have. You come in and you're requesting help. It could be with something mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and your role at that point is as someone who is like a patient. So we require feedback so that we know exactly what is most effective for the individual. What's the next role after that?
Now let's get into the details, a little bit of details about each one of these ways that people get help and just the stages as to um, how someone goes from being, as you described, like a patient, someone is just being helped, and they're more, the individual is more of a reporter, right? So he or she, they're giving feedback to then becoming the individual that is providing mentorship, one-on-one mentorship to someone else later on, right? So let's describe that a little bit.
All right.
What happens when someone comes in or someone contacts One Night Division? Any help that takes place, who normally provides it,
Initially, you or myself.
right?
Hmm.
And so we start with that. So we normally facilitate the work because this person is brand new, right?
Hmm.
Once the individual decides, though, that he or she wants to actively participate in his or her healing process, that they want to learn to fish instead of just being given a fish, then the individual then is assigned to a facilitator. So who's a facilitator?
Hmm.
Well, a facilitator is an individual that has received advanced training with One Night Division. This individual has shown from the results that he or she has received, or put it this way, from the feedback that this individual has received from the individuals that he or she is helping, it's pretty clear that improvements are consistently experienced by the ones being helped, right?
Right.
So that individual then becomes, or the person that did the work is assigned then as a facilitator to others that require help. The reason why we do that is because there are just too many individuals for just you and myself to handle. And we have enough individuals that have been trained really well, that are good at what they do, that they
Mm.
can help out. And of course, they're more than happy to help. They look forward to helping individuals because they want to give back to the community as well. These individuals that we call facilitators are really one-on-one mentors. They are available to the individuals that are assigned to them. They're more readily available than if we work with them directly, the new people directly, because we have so many folks to work with. We don't have the time to say, have that one-on-one phone call or respond in a timely fashion. It might take us, 2-3 days to get back to someone,
Right. Mm-hmm.
while a one-on-one mentor or a facilitator can get back to that individual sometimes the same day, but maximum, like within 24 hours, they'll get back to the individual. So it makes a big difference. It's special attention that they're getting when they receive a mentor or a facilitator.
Learn more about 190 Vision through one of the following methods. On YouTube and Spotify, there are numerous topics that are discussed that could apply to your life. Roku TV and Amazon Fire have actual experiences told by the individuals who received help through 190 Vision. To connect with others who are on a similar path as you, join our Facebook group. To receive help, go to our website, 190vision.com, then click on the Help Me tab to get started. Support the 190 Vision mission by clicking on the Donate button, which is located at the bottom of each page of our website.